mysterious. Just want to stream, Mom. Alright, got a Doki. Yeah. Okay. Give it a few more minutes, let Discord catch up. Hmm. I don't know. Not popping up yet. No drop frames yet, that's good. Oh, what in the fuck is this? Oh, let's take a look at that. Why is that the way it is? Hold on. I don't know why. Why is it off center? Hold on a second here. Because this fucking helps. God, I love having one fucking monitor. Okay. So this needs to be centered. See if that fixes things. Oh, well, I can't tell. Because my thing is a Doki. What is this? Streamlabs? What's that? Can we just fit it to the screen? Okay. Well, that'll do, I guess. Just gonna have to do anyway. Yes. It's a nice song, you know? Can't complain. Alright, so we're gonna play Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't remember when this came out. I don't know how it's in my it was in my Steam library. I don't remember a whole lot about it. It might be like Kawada Sojo, and if it is, we might have to, I don't know, come up with something quick about censorship. Yeah, I probably just found it sounded terrible. I should try streaming on Discord. I don't know how that works. I'll have to look into that. I wonder if we can see. Oh, where'd fucking OBS go? Here it is. There it is, and there it goes. Let's get that out of the way. Potato stream of 40 FPS. 40 FIPS. Alright. New game. Enter my name. My name is Faint Attack. Yeah. Gonna date some girls. Ayy. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. That went from like a statement to a question midway through. I don't know. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Thanks, Tomato. Appreciate it, buddy. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. What is this? What is this shit? We are emotes. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you, says I. You say it like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Faint Attack. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to, tildes. That's a tilde, right? What is that thing? Whatever you say, Sayori. Tilde. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Faint Attack, ellipses, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Either? Either? Is it either or either? Oh, no. That's not true. You told me you joined a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. I'm so cool. Look at me, I'm Shinji Ikari. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. That's a weird sentence. Okay. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Alright. I'll look for a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. God, it's like being married. Yee! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything on inside her head. Everything on the inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello. Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. God, this is dry. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Ooh. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, blush, blush, Desu. Know what? I thought you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah, there is no way I'm going into your club. Eh? Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest in the one who proposed, after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Netsuke made cupcakes and everything. Alright, I want to pause really fast. I'm looking at, the pattern on her sweater here. Is that argyle or is it, quilted? It looks quilted to me. There's, the shadows supposed to be showing that they're kind of popping out. So, I think it's quilted. Anyway, get distracted. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? I fucked up. Yay, let's go. Meanwhile, on the Death Star. Hey Peaches, hey Tomato. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, but blah 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 being generally used for a third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. Tilde. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1, welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Girl 2, seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Girl 3, Feint Attack. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Ellipses. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Baka. Netsuke. The girl with the sour attitude is apparently named Netsuke, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably her first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Netsuke, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Netsuke. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Apparently so. It's great to see you again, Feint Attack. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. I guess that counts. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Fan Attack. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit down next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like the little cat ears. Aww. Whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute. Kawaii desu. I had no idea you could bake Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. Just smashed it. She didn't even eat the fucking thing, she just smashed it right to her face. She flails wildly as she cuts off her own oxygen. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances. Glances. Okay. Please disregard my rheumatism. Okay. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like a... Haven't I heard this before? Have I? Could it be that perhaps she's a tsundere? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, so I already said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki, what was it going to Nusaki? Weird logic and dismiss the conversation. I can't breathe through my nose, I'm going to die. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. This is just shit they have in a fucking classroom in Japan, apparently. Nippon Banzai. Ooh. Okay. She carefully places the teacup in front of her for each... Oh, fuck me. Being a school teacher, I would think that it would be nice if I could actually read out loud, but apparently that's not the fucking case. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Almost made it! You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I got coffee. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not it. Insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Yeah, I sure enjoy grass water. Fuck books, though. I'm glad. No drop frames yet. Still kicking. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. This makes me kind of miss the main character from Katawada Sojo. What was his name? Hisao? Hasio, Cassio, something like that. But he was a character. I liked him. That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Oh my fucking god. Okay, 1 second. Jesus. Okay. I can breathe. How can I breathe if there's no air? Okay. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take responsibility. There's not even that word in this sentence. What the fuck am I on about? I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Okay, that's what got me. There's two somethings. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Look, they're holding hands. You see that? That's sweet. But I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be really hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when there's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. I'm noticing the little subtle touches of the uniforms, like Natsuke. Wait, no, not that. This is Natsuki. That's not. Sayori is kind of unkempt. That's interesting. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. How do you tie that tie, by the way? Look at that fucking... It's like a shoestring. It's a shoestring for a tie. It's like a bola? Maybe a bola tie. I don't know, man. It just doesn't look like... Think about it. You sit at your desk, you're trying to do an exam, you're looking down, and there's this fucking red thing just in your fucking shit, like up in your double chin, because all these girls are fucking obese and all that shit. You know, it seems annoying, is what I'm getting at. I don't know, if you have fucking... Look at these necks, like... These necks are all fucking massive, so maybe they don't... Maybe their chin doesn't hit. Let's move on. Monica must have really worked hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Feint Attack, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up, that she finds comfort in a world of books, not people. I can sympathize with that. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberate? Ooh, try that again. Isn't it amazing how... Oh. Number 3. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Nailed it! Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp for something that I can relate to at a minimum level. I read book one time. At this rate, Yuri might as well have a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is very successful at changing the way you look at the world, even for a brief moment. I hate horror. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Well, She darts over her. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Ooh. What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club. Okay, hold on. You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Got it. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Tilde. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Ooh, I'm not cute. There's those fucking eyeballs again. Natsuki, you write your own poem. Oh, wrong person. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. She averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that love of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable. Feel comfortable enough to share less. Oh my god, okay. We're taking it from the top. We're just going to take it from the top, because I can't fucking read today. This was a terrible decision on my part. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Ellipses. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea of one. Ellipses and a question mark, Nat and Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri quizzically look at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Ellipses. Yeah! Let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other, and then strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Feint Attack? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. Hey, what's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I joined this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm sorry, I thought. Feint Attack. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Tilde. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, whoa. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Oh, wow. There's wordy dirds in this. Well, that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring the next... Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Feint attack? I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue chit-chat as Yuri and Netsuke clean up their food. Hey, Feint attack, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Yee. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. Take me home, country. Okay. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Netsuke, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick the words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, let's write a fucking poem. Strawberry, sunny, pure, horror, childhood, jump, fester, kitty, rain cloud, laugh. I don't know. God, we gotta pick 20 words. Jump. Explode. Heaven sent. That's a fucking doozy. Contaminate. I'm just gonna pick the longest words. Depression, whirlwind. I like whirlwind. Intellectual. Fuck, I'm getting a lot of Yuri. Disoriented. Unrestrained. Frightening. Oh shit. Disarray. What the fuck? Waterfall. Extraordinary. Determination. Peaceful. Philosophy. Doki Doki. What the fuck is Doki Doki? Fireworks. Judgment. And excitement. Oh, uncontrollable. There we go. That sounds like a fucking diarrhea of a poem. Hi again, Feint attack. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. I hope I don't fucking get the cops called on me. Might be a little too loud. This might be a little... Oh, I keep my word. Okay. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Feint attack. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Oh, man, you know me. I fucking hate commitments. Making your dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. The fuck's that mean, Netsuke? You fucking threatening me, you little bitch? Netsuke, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Netsuke finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. That's actually funny. Manga's literature? Swiftly defeated, Netsuke plopped straight into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Feint Attack always gives his best as long as he's having fun. How the fuck do you know that? He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room, wiping my ass, changing my diaper. How dependable. Sayori, it's because your room's always so messy it's distracting. God, I hate that in a fucking girl. I can't drink my coffee. Okay. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come? You and Feint Attack can become good friends too. Sayori. Ellipses. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even bought you something today, you know. Even brought a bot, I don't know. Me? Really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, and it's really not. Ugh, what do I do? Hey, I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't even expecting anything in the first place. Aren't visual novels supposed to have, like, choices in them? We haven't made a single fucking choice apart from a poem. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Ray reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. It's like a shotgun fucking shot in the air. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk about Yuri, to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I keep having fucking brain aneurysms. I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems beyond the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Oh no. The piano got cheeky. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread it, some of it. Not for any particular reason. You know, I haven't reread a book in a long time. Carlo Rezefon, I think that's the only author I've actually, I've gone back and reread his work a few times. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. Just want to make sure I don't accidentally give something away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs desperately to choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she always ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, Faint Attack? Well, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into these kind of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that these kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling again, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that they have this problem. Did I read that right? I don't know. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, it's a different. I keep mixing up when the girls are talking and when the protagonist is talking, so I end up reading in the same tone. I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a minute ago, you're saying you were looking forward to it. Ellipses. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Why'd you put it in your bag, you dope? Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah! Yeah? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's a good word. I forgot that word exists. That's a good word. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. These people are boring. I see. Well, just tell me if something ends up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open up the book and start with the prologue. Why is this so loud in my head with my speakers? Let's turn this down. There we go. I assume and understand what Yuri means about reading in company. I'm tabbed out of the window. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Hair. Maybe a little distracting, but I feel some anxiety. But I feel it. Just a second. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. She's in my peripherals. I can smell her. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Holy shit! We're not even married. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. It looks like she's got it on her desk. Yuri takes the left takes her left arm. This is getting complicated. Okay. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. All right, we're gonna fucking do it, guys. We're gonna fucking turn pages as a team. We can do it. We have the abilities. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, oh, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. God damn, I'm fucking married and I don't even feel this shit. Maybe I'm just dead inside, I don't know. Are you ready? Hey? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again. Her hair is fucking bothering me. Like, let's just take a look at the hair. Like, it looks like it's not hair, but like fucking ribbons or something. You know, like, I'm not a fan of how that's drawn. Like, I understand putting detail into the hair to make it look like hair, but here it's kind of between hair and like fabric, you know? Like, what's the hair clip even doing here? It's not doing shit. It's just attached. I think that's what bugs me the most. Like, it's not obviously it's attached to this lock of hair, but not this one, which I guess is going behind her ear. So it's just like nothing is being held together, and that bugs me immensely. Moving on. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being a little patient if it takes you longer. She's calling me stupid. She's calling me a fucking retard. What is this? It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it of my own volition. A lot of good vocabulary in this, I gotta say. It's good writing. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Ooh. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side, so she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? How does she? Weird. I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. She also second guesses a lot of things that she says and does. It's like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. Hello, out of place line. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but feint attack. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Ellipses. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Are you saying that all of a what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think that's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhaled, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from her book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess I don't have a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. Also make a mental note of where I left off. Well, that's never gonna fucking happen. By the way, do you remember your own... Did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. We're now in Panic Station. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. Really couldn't find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Ooh. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Netsuke and Yuri reluctantly comply while reaching into their bags. Do the same myself. Who should I share my poem with? Ooh. The first choice. What do you guys think, if anyone's actually paying attention? Ow! This headset's fucking annoying. Hey, we're at 60 frames. How about that? 71% CPU. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. So we've already talked to Yuri a lot today. And I feel like the protagonist really doesn't like Sayori, so I'm going to kind of run him into her. I'm definitely the most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Ellipses. This is a good poem, Faint Attack. Are you sure it's your first time? Are you really a virgin? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems on his spare time? Yeah, I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. It's another really kind of clunky line. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Words. Just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Of course. Not really into it yet, but that means that that doesn't mean I'll break my promise, see? It's like you said before, Faint Attack. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, are you? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much it means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you, Tildes. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine. Hold on, I gotta get close to the screen for this. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay. It was getting like I kind of like this. This is strong here. This is kind of shit. Obvious suicidal ideations here, and then I want breakfast. So, there's potential for her to be like a Dr. Seuss. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Who the fuck says I can't? I forgot to do it last night. At least it makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, whatever. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best! Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Who is next? Let's go with Monica. Hi, Fan Attack. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, do you have any suggestions for the club? Like activities or things we can do? I'm about to fucking vomit. Okay. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring some things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. I can sympathize with that. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Faint Attack. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's penis inspection day. But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Once we all become one in the great unification and become all one flesh. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Fan Attack. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really Is that a word? Metaphorical? Is that a word? Why not just say it's a metaphor? Like, why metaphorical? I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Same tone again. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts, and when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. Entendre. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You can become the Pokemon Master, too. You do your own thing. You do you, boo-boo. Just keep exploring and learn by... Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. Have you ever heard of pegging? That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write in the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I don't have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction that the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Yeah. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person for this feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I have something of an epiphany lately. I had one of those last night. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's coming on so strongly. Maybe after everyone gets better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. It's a good tip. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, Tildy. Natsuke. Ellipses. Question mark? Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said I was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? You want to go? I'll pass. I was really looking forward to that. Well, anyway, I guess it's time I show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, flutes can flute, flutes can toot, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. It's kind of sad. Yeah, I told you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you convinced that I wouldn't like this? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even try and take my writing seriously. But it's the point of poems for people to express. Okay. Take two. But isn't it the point of poems for people to express, why is this so hard for me? Brain, function, please. Isn't it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into this than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Nice guy. Nice man. Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say something out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? It's not like I like you or anything. Yuri takes a breath. So, What kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate that you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time. It's my first time, Oni-chan! Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger around the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their writing style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. Oh good, I'm glad I was in character the whole time, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone here in the club gives you valuable feedback. Netsuke can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking to people like that. Talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Jesus Christ. Too much reading. What kind of fucking visual novel has so much reading? Where's the smut? I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ooh, boy, that's cursive. Hold on. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing? It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the purest but living in the past. Oh. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. It's a nice poem about streaking. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? Wasn't thinking that at all. But it took a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Script. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Hey, that's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. Well, it wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to share something a little more mild. We'll get spicy shit later. Ooh. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? What the fuck is that? Who? Huh? Actually, the story's about a ghost at all, Faint Attack. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, you fucking scrubboy piece of shit! But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poems only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Symbolism. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I should probably learn it. I could probably learn a thing or two about you, from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. Going to keep doing my best for you, Fan Attack. Me too. The best for me too. Phew. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. It's a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Netsuke. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Eyebrows! Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant language, I guess. Just trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, you do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone I actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Feint Attack did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Don't expect to exchange it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. God, these people are fucking narcissistic. Which I haven't yet. And Feint Attack liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh god. What the fuck is this instrument? Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Feint Attack appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? God, my nose. Help me. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go on my way to make something everything I do. Woo! I would have lived... I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh! Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Feint Attack started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, that's both of them. Okay. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Feint Attack? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Feint Attack. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Feint Attack? Well? How do I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh no. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave you with the corn cob and this decision. I'm gonna get some pizza. So I'll be right back. Oh, my ears. Fuck me. My headset's too small. Come on, Luna. Cracking a beer for this one. Okay. I don't know why, but this stream feels like it's going like longer than it actually is. I'm going to stream it for an hour, but it feels longer. All right, we're gonna cop out. We're gonna go call Sari. Natsuke. Natsuke glares at me, dying for any words, trying up any words I have in my mouth. I guess pizza. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sorry. What? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sari uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this? Feint attack? What's her problem? This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to let others interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity has made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? Oh my god, this is dry pizza. Thick as a fucking brick, too. This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! What the fuck is that? Natsuke, Yuri, you guys are my friends. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you many feelings with a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Okay. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori's the vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might have come off as a good leader and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Got cucked by my vice president. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead. Okay. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I'd hate to see her getting herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. She's like this pizza. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. Fucking A. Alright. Oh, excuse me. I'm sure that got picked up quite well. If only I could get a chance to talk to her a little bit more. Right. Okay, everyone. Just about time for us to leave. It was a lot of fun. Well, I did say it was worth it. It was alright, mostly. How about you? I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. Your poems will turn out even better. Ellipses. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I should do a little more. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Fantastic. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. So he already beams at me. Truly has been a long time since Sayori and I spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. But what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. Just want your opinion, that's all. I can make a new friend here. Whew. You know, Fan Attack. It's nice to get to spend time with you like this in club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. Everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but doesn't really need to stop there. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Wow. Okay. Let's do this. So I touch the little buttons. Nothing. Let's do determination. So I think we now know that small words Netsuke likes. Big words Yuri likes. So we're not going to go with the long words anymore. I think we're going to go with the most out of context. Like, loud. Let's see, she like that. Captive. Twirl. Email. Why? Why email? Why is my nose dripping? Boop. Hair. I don't know. Time. Poof. It's probably Netsuke. Kiss. Sing. Starscape's gonna be Yuri. Like most of these, I feel like Yuri. It's poof. Cry. Cry. What? Bed. Yeah, you like bed, don't you, you weirdo? Doki Doki. Lucky together. Extreme! Game Boy Color. Atone. Shiny. Hopeless. Peaceful. Games. Covet. No. Parfait? Parfait. Vertigo. Essence. Misery. Valentine. Tragedy. Uncontrollable. Whistle. Calm. Playground. Calm. Shame, variance, lazy, universe, incongruence, cage, pain, inferno. These right here, it's like Nick Cage in Pain and Inferno in The Wicker Man. So we're gonna go with Cage. Lipstick, heart, fluffy, headphones, lust. Who likes lust? Oh, apparently Yuri likes lust. Prayer, chocolate, party, candy, destiny, awesome, explode. Okay, she likes explode too. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. Another piece of pizza. Well, a little more comfortable here the last couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Fan Attack. Hey, yo, Sayori. Yo! Who the fuck says yo? Looks like you're in a good mood today. Just not you to be used to you being in the club, asshole. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway, you piece of shit. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why is that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Uh, Sayori nervously retrieves a coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only two small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. It's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you'd have bought a snack before coming into the classroom. Heh. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan on conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. Your name's written in the death note. You're always hungry. And so that leaves only one option. Wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri only giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Don't fair to let me borrow some money. Don't leave me alone like that, alright? Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. That is not the world we live in. And frankly, after putting your mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough in retribution. But I didn't mean that at all. I got too absorbed into my book. Just like written in the Kotaku. Ugh. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. Holy fuck, this is a weird feeling. So I'm eating pizza, I'm trying to read. I can't breathe through my nose very well today for some fucking reason. So it's like I'm trying to intake air at the same time. I'm killing myself by trying to stream and eat at the same time. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. What did you think that? You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Revolution? Resolution? Retributions. That. Still, coming from you, Sari, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sari knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Netsuke into making them. Oh my god. Come on. Give me more credit than that, Sari. Pwap. Yeah! I don't know where something smacks Sari in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was, a cookie. Sure enough, there's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sari glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. I heard you blab about the cupcakes. Hold on. Ah, Jesus Christ. I have one bite of pizza left and I'm done. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. I should have eaten the pizza during this part. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Netsuke. Can I try it? God damn, you fucking pig. Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ooh, woo. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki. She's like a fucking hound dog. God damn, she can't be stopped or contained. Hey, did you just seriously do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Hey? Natsuki glances around. Monica's isn't in the club. She's not here. Where did Monica go anyway? Good question, says a belching Yuri. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. Hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Hey? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You ever heard the bell ring, at least? Must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Puppy, where's your toy? Where's your ball? Get your ball. I know, Dad's being boring. Come here. Can I have it? No? Okay, fine. I don't really. It just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Fan Attack. Monica smiles sweetly. Didn't mean to put any pressure like that. Don't worry. We're practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love a chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Pretty sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone's already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki's disappeared into the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down on the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and ended up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. I'm probably going to be really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what the literature is all about. The problem is, the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to creative minds. Can I have the ball? Oh, you brat. Give me the ball. No? What, you're going to put it where I can't get it? Come here, give me that ball. Can I have the ball? Can I have that? Luna, give me the ball. No? Okay, fine. Can I have the ball? No? You playing keep away? Okay. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun things ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. It's more important to figure out how we get people to show up in the first place, you know? Oh, now the ball's here. Oh, almost got it. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Push. Give me that ball. Arr. 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 And after they come, damn it, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to see her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes. Good thinking. Natsuke would love to do that. You're right. Natsuke makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. Where'd that ball go? There it is. Alright, get the fucking ball. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But there lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who are still finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get me in on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it'd be like to see the world through her eyes. Ooh-ah! Open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. It's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Where's the ball now, huh? I see you pouting. Would you drop it? Where's the ball, Luna? You can't just come in here without the damn ball. Go get the ball. Go get the ball. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Give me that damn ball. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Ooh, woo. Human contact! Drop it. Okay. You really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Hey, that's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Guy is being a bit harsh right now. Listen, guy. Being a little hard. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is it? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Hey, don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're friends. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The buttons might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever button it, you might notice that sooner if it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs are getting bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so where'd the ball go? Where'd the ball go? I don't see it in here. Go get the ball. Did you push it under the bed? You better not have. Why does it feel so strange to see birds say seabreeze? Okay. Take two. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. Oh. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Hey? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. Yeah. Guess we are better at taking care of each other than we're taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Maybe you should come home. Maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, "Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?" Yay! Fan attack, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. Fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori trots away to retrieve her poem. Okay. Yeah, let's go with Sayori first. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Hey? I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Yeah. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Netsuke's. Are you sure you just don't like it because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a fan attack poem. Yeah! That makes it extra special. I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Oh, that's the ball. Just a second here. Give me that ball. Wow. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out poems, are good or bad. But that's why I go with my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Not sure exactly how that works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings in a poem is pretty important. This part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want me to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you always think about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Hey? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try and keep it in mind. Whatever. Anyway, let's see. Guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? That's what I'm looking for. Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you thinking. I can't see you liking something sad, Sari. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice little happy rainbow. That's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Fate Attack. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all kinds of other bottles. Happy thoughts, in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frankly pull them down from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends. My friends aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Ugh, holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Ow, my balls. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write down the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. I'm getting pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Saori's always get in the habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I'm kind of like that. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes me think it's hard to be pessimistic. Alright, let's do Netsuke next. Just go down the list. Well, it's not really any worse than the last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Whew. Huh? Phew? That's what? Oh, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. What am I doing? Losing my mind, that's fucking what? Okay. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Haha, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. It's just completely 180s. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be good as me one day. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Hey, you think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been a friend with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone that are so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That's a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she probably would be flying away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Is it just me? The music interrupt itself. Oh, let's listen. Maybe I was just imagining. I don't know. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. And I'm gonna tell. The world is better off without spider lovers. What the fuck is this racism? Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, puppy. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna clip this. I kinda want this. There we go. Okay. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that it doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid of. You're afraid if people find out and they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone, it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless it's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important, but I want to make people think, not feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so I look forward to it. Yuri! Let's see what you've written for today. It's pretty good, Fantac. Were you influenced by seeing everyone else's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid of a little more daring, to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning around a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see or hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see how into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. Certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Give me the ball. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods timidly, hands me the poem. The raccoon? I think that's raccoon. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed always comes back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light cutting off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, a classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice again, and I feel myself again. It's kind of dark. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. God, that word again. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit close to my preferred writing style, using poems as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I took it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I usually force to keep myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuke also write something about that? About being ridiculed for strange interest? Eh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose it's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't reason. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my weirdness, I probably would hate myself. I might be ranty a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Monica. Monica. Hi again, Faint Attack. How's writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe you'll soon come up with the masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Alright, I like this one. Makes me think of something Sarah would like. Is that so? You and Sarah are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those things in common. Oh, well, we may be good friends, but Sarah and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-beings. Well-beings. Even if you're shown in a different way, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's kind of vibe I get from reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. In any case, Soria's writing has been kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I feel like I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing vinyl on a pizza crust. What? An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Ooh. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how you space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. Almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. This is a very educational game. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might need to change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this even a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my tip for today. Thanks for listening. Right. I'm just gonna... Just a second here. Okay. Just be safe. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we need to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. I don't see my... Where'd your ball go, Luna? Oh, it's over there. Get your ball. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few more decorations. Suri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the events. Alright, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come out and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all in posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Netsuke. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. No, Sari. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Netsuke's and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask from them to recite their poems out loud in front of a room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked this. So I'm sorry. But I still think we're going to give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't we want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. If it takes standing in the front of the room for two members to recite a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain quiet. Saori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Saori and Monica have been working really hard to get new members. Least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't have any choice. Ha ha ha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monica. This is so sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how can you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook of specific poems she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident tone fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is it simply natural? Or is she simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Saori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. All four of us applaud. Monica takes a deep breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... She glances anxiously in front of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of the Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened to Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Saori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Saori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. She begins. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Saori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I would probably wouldn't mind it or think of it that much. Think much of it. God damn. But hearing it come from Saori's voice almost gave me a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Saori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I reached more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sori. Even Feint Attack liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does it even mean? It came out so nice. It came out nicely, Sori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. It might be that other poems wouldn't quite work with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Next. Netsuke? Don't make me go for a Feint Attack. It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Feint Attack lower everyone's standards a little bit so I don't have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way up to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are y'all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem's called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of people will be way easier. I can put on whatever I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'll be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess that is, in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort into the club. Makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try and write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Ah, jeez. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Feint Attack. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's just go already. Walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's been a little more quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, was I spacing out? No wonder. I was thinking about something you said earlier. I like how we get to... I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh, jeez. Gotta follow Monika's advice here. Let's just let's just placate her. You think I'd ditch you for Yuri, eh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Fan Attack. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it so. Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure out sometimes. Ah. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Hmm. The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Zay to care so much about. But I can respect her. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright, guys. So, I know this is a spooky game, but it just seems like we didn't get any of the spook. Which is weird because I thought it was a lot shorter than it actually is. I don't know. So, I was hoping to do another spooky game just for the anniversary stream since I did one last year. That obviously we didn't get to the spooky yet, so maybe I'll have to come back and do this again sometime. I wanted to say for everyone who comes to watch the streams, for everyone who goes to see the YouTube videos, thank you for your support. I think we're up to like 12 followers on Twitch and 7 subscribers on YouTube, which isn't a lot. But you know what? It's a hell of a lot more than we had last year. So, channel will continue. I'll continue trying to make more quality content. A lot of it's just I need to upgrade my hardware and my internet. Find an editor. My biggest disappointment for this year is I haven't had time to find a good editing software. Um, excuse me. But there's been a lot of changes lately. A lot of things happening in the outside world that took my attention away. Um, but yeah, so thank you for joining me for the second year anniversary stream. I appreciate all of you, and I'm hoping that I can keep doing this for as long as I'm able to. So yeah, have a good day.